Hi, I'm Joshua Karras, and this is my colleague Rachel Murata. We're staff to the Joint Legislative Audit and Review Committee. We reviewed the objectives and results of a property tax exemption for the development of multifamily housing. The preference was intended to stimulate development of the multifamily housing, including affordable housing, in cities that plan under the Growth Management Act. Developers have used the preference to create housing, but it is inconclusive if this has caused a net increase in development. Cities have opportunities to maximize the impact of the exemption and to improve their reporting on results. Cities may develop programs to exempt new and rehabilitated multifamily housing, like condos and apartments, from property tax for 8 years or for 12 years if at least 20% of the units are affordable to low and moderate income households. Out of 102 eligible cities in Pierce County, 26 cities and Pierce County have approved projects and built over 34,000 new units of housing. We estimate the owners of the exempt properties will save $262 million in property taxes in calendar years 2022 and 2023.
We worked with real estate economists to model the preference's potential impact on the financial performance of developments under a range of scenarios. Since actual financial information was not available for the developments, the scenarios were hypothetical models for various types of projects. The preference may increase a project's profitability enough to make a project feasible that would not have been otherwise, but it is inconclusive how often this happens. In some scenarios, development is likely feasible without the preference. We found at least 12 cities that consider financial feasibility when they offer or approve exemptions, and the legislative auditor recommends the legislature modify the preference to direct all cities to include this kind of analysis. We found that at least 11 cities have failed to report to the Department of Commerce as required by state law, and the reporting that has occurred is unreliable. As a result, the state is missing critical information that would be needed for monitoring the program. The legislative auditor recommends that the Department of Commerce start reporting to the legislature every year on city compliance, as well as the metrics in statute and measures of housing affordability. We also found that some provisions of state law have been interpreted differently by cities and the Department of Revenue. The legislative auditor recommends the Department of Revenue report to the legislature on the ambiguities in the statute and which of them may require legislative changes. Check out our website for more on this and other tax preference reviews.